Hey guys, it has been almost 5 months since my weight loss surgery, and just doing some updates here. I actually had to write down everything that's like the differences and everything. So I am on February 6th, I will be 5 months out since the weight loss surgery, and I can tell you that things have been pretty. Pretty crazy. Get you kind of start to get used to everything after a while. The holidays were kind of rough because you can't eat like you used to. You can only eat a couple bites here and there, which is no big deal because my weight loss has been successful. I have lost a total of, let me pull this up so I can tell you, a total of, since I weighed in before the day of my surgery, I lost 58 pounds since then. There was some water weight gain from the fluids that they were pumping through me. And from that total, it was 2 days after surgery. From that total, I have lost a total of 79 pounds since surgery. But altogether, I have lost 112 pounds, and I have like 93 pounds to go to my actual goal weight. So that's pretty awesome. And yeah, it's been almost 5 months, and the energy has been amazing. I think the hardest part about the whole thing is keeping up with the proteins that you need, the amount of fluids that you have to get in a day, and being able to still eat on top of trying to get all of that in. But other than that, it's been an amazing journey. I would not change it. Would not change it. I would not go back. So there's people still that will say, well, there's people that have had the surgery and that they have failed, but I am still staying confident in the fact that I made this decision. I had to stay in the hospital 5 days. It was a year and a half to get to that point to have the surgery. And I also have an amazing support system. So, with all of that and realizing when I have gone, like with the holidays, I was given a lot of different cookies and goodies and stuff that I really can't have. A couple of them I was able to enjoy, but then I started to realize that my mind did not get switched by surgery, and I still was having those kind of cravings after having just a few of the goodies. So I realized, okay, it's time to give those to somebody else who will eat them, and that's exactly what happened. I shared everything with other people and allowed them to enjoy all of that stuff because I realized it's easy to get back down and go back down that path again. And after everything that I've gone through, I don't want to go back there. This is a complete new lease on life. So why would I want to go back to struggling? Because, I mean, I'm going to be honest, it wasn't just a struggle with being that much overweight and only being 5'1". I mean, 112 pounds gone. Like the energy level, like I said, is amazing. I just feel like a completely different person. I'm happy to be have pictures taken of me. I'm okay with, um, discussing the weight loss surgery with people. I'm coming to terms with myself about what it means, or how it's been to emotionally go through the different steps that I've gone through. And I'm gonna be honest, it's not been easy. It might be different because with me, I in 2014 I had uterine cancer, and I was at my heaviest before that surgery. And with uterine cancer, they did a complete hysterectomy. And I was only 34 at that time. And because of being overweight, all of my estrogen and everything had stored into my fat cells, which almost a lot of my body was made up of. And so all my hormones and stuff were stored in those fat cells. And now that I'm losing weight and that I'm losing fat, my emotions have been kind of all over the place. So and I'm staying natural, not really taking any medications to stabilize anything. I actually left the hospital without having to take high blood pressure medication. I was not diabetic after the surgery. I left the hospital without having to take metformin anymore. And my blood pressure, my cholesterol, everything has stabilized, and it is an amazing feeling to be off of all of those medications. So for mood stabilization, I've been kind of doing the more natural stuff. I do vitamins, obviously, like vitamins are my new everyday regimen. And let me tell you, when you forget to take those, or you're just busy and you don't plan properly, which I've done, it is not a good. It's not a good feeling. Like, you can tell the difference. So I fight with myself on that stuff. But when it comes down to it, um, I can seriously, I can get sick if I don't have my vitamins. So, you kind of have to have that pep talk with yourself, and you're just like, okay, either you can do this or you can end up being sick again. And I really don't want to do that. So, staying on a positive note, I try to make sure that that's one of the first things I do upon waking up in the morning, and just to keep on moving forward and getting everything, keeping myself on track. And as we're human, we fail. It's easy to slip back into our old ways, but I'm I remember that feeling I had before surgery, before I had lost 53 pounds to get to surgery. I busted my butt to get that surgery. And, I don't regret it. Like I said, every day is a new day for me. It's kind of crazy because one of the things that I think of is all of the little things that I get to celebrate. Of course, leaving the hospital without those medications has been a huge thing, and that's not really a little thing to celebrate. That's a huge thing to celebrate. But so since surgery and losing all of that weight, not only dropping sizes, because I was like 26, 28, 30 on specific clothes, and now I'm down to an extra large 20, 18, 16, just depending on the brand. And it's an amazing feeling to be able to start fitting into those smaller clothes. And it's been a long time. I can't even remember the last time that I fit into those sizes. So there's that. That is like a victory in itself. Being able to do a 5 mile bike ride, yes, it's in the house because this weather is freaking crazy outside. But doing a 5 mile bike ride, and then being able to still have energy to do the housework or whatever else I'm doing in a day, that is another celebration. Being able to wear my fiance's clothes, which if you've ever seen him, he is actually pretty pretty tiny guy. I mean, just because he's diabetic type 1, and being able to keep weight on is a very hard goal for him. So we're both opposites of the spectrum. So, like I had mentioned, him and other people that I have in my life are a huge support system, and that helps. That helps a lot. So I've been able to steal his hoodies and shirts and stuff, and that's been pretty cool. I can fit into his basketball shorts and whatnot. So I'm kind of, that's another celebration in itself for me. Um, just the whole feel of the difference in my life. One of the things that I was talking to him about today is I got in touch with one of my friends from when we met when I was in kindergarten. Her and her sister, they're both twins, and they happened to have a birthday the day before my birthday. And we were really, really close growing up. And I've had a lot of friends that I've been really close to growing up, a lot of friendships that have held on. I mean, my one I call my sister, she lives up north. We're actually celebrating in May, will be our 30 years of knowing each other. So that's pretty phenomenal. I remember growing up and my mom telling me that if you're lucky to keep some of your friends from when you were in school, growing up, and I have several friendships that are just incredible, and those people are such huge support systems of me as well. And it's just I was thinking about it today, and when I was heavier, excuse me a minute, I get a little bit uncomfortable now, but when I was at my heaviest, I kind of hid. Like, I didn't want to um, see a lot of those people, and it's not that I didn't want to see them, but you start to develop kind of like a, I don't know, like I was ashamed, I guess, of myself, even though I knew that they loved me and they would much rather have me in their life. I kind of want to say that I kind of just pushed people away and kind of kept to myself and didn't really say much about how I was feeling. I became embarrassed. I became ashamed of myself. I didn't really know what it meant to really 100% love myself as I do now. And I know that that probably sounds horrible, but when, like I said before, being heavy has been one of the hardest things that I've ever done in my entire life. You just it was a never ending, cycle of depression and eating and gaining, and and then at one point I did lose weight. I lost about 68 pounds on my own, and that feeling was incredible. But then I went back into a depression, and I started to go back into my old ways and start to eat like I used to normally eat when I get upset. So then I started gaining the weight, and then I lost some people along the way that I loved. And then, as having that habit of stress eating and just not caring about myself, I mean, let's just lay it out there. I didn't. I started just eating whatever I wanted to, and oh, okay. I mean, I can do this no matter what. I'll still be okay. But it's not. It's not the truth. If you take care of yourself, it shows. And yes, I had the weight loss surgery, so it's a lot different than just food journaling and busting your ass to get the weight. But it still was food journaling and busting my ass because I had to lose enough weight to be able to be eligible even for the surgery. So it was a lot of hard work, but I had a different goal than what I used to. And I knew that if I screwed up, I wasn't able to get that surgery. So, I mean, you still have to take into consideration that it still is a lot of hard work to get to that point. And it still is a lot of hard work now. I mean, it's not like an overnight fix. Yes, every week when I run into somebody, they think, wow, you look a lot different. I didn't even recognize you. I didn't even, and that's a lot. I mean, it's a good feeling, but I finally realized that the people I have in my life love me for me. I should have known that before. No matter what weight, no matter how old I am, no matter what my house is, no matter what kind of car I drive, no matter what kind of job I have, no matter any of that stuff, I have people in my life that love me for me. And I should have recognized that before instead of just being embarrassed and ashamed of my weight gain. And I apologize to those people, and I apologize to myself because I missed out on a lot of things. Like, I wouldn't get into a lot of pictures with people because I didn't like the way I looked. So, of course, I'm going to be the person that will take the picture for you. But I hated getting pictures taken. I hated seeing it because it was a dose of reality and it was right there in my face. And until you realize and you make that decision to change for yourself and get your health in order, you keep on making excuses and you keep hiding out and you keep staying away from people that mean the most to you. And I've realized so much from this whole experience that you got to do it for yourself first and foremost, which I did. I took an initiation. I took it upon myself to decide that this is the journey that I chose for myself. But you have to realize and you have to understand that the people that love you will love you no matter what. And the people that love you will stand beside you no matter what. They may not always agree with you. They may not always understand the route that you're taking. They may not always understand the decisions that you're making for yourself. But they also understand that you have a life that you have to make decisions for as well. And they will stand behind you. They will stand beside you. They will be with you 100% no matter what. And it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to have those people as allies. It's okay to lean on others. It's okay to let them know, hey, I'm having a really bad day. I'm having a rough day. Why hide it? why hide from the people that are there to support you and love you and don't judge you? So I had to learn that. I had to learn that lesson. And yes, I pushed away a lot of people and I hid out on my own. And I figured I could figure it out on my own. I could take care of things on my own. But why do that when you don't have to? And, it was a very emotional morning realizing these things. I am an emotional person. If you've never met me, if you know this anyway. And that's okay too. I used to be ashamed of that, but why? I feel things on a completely different level than a lot of people do. And I'm not ashamed of that. I'm not ashamed to admit that, yes, I cry. Yes, I have days that are just extremely hard to sometimes get out of bed, but you know what? I still do it. I weigh out everything. I think of the consequences. I think of all the things. If I don't get up and I don't do this, what's going to happen? I also realize that it's okay to take a day to just relax and get yourself back in order. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with taking a day to take care of yourself. There's nothing wrong with taking care of yourself to begin with. Some people feel like that's selfish. I was caught in that thinking it was selfish too, but it's not. You're number one. You should be number one. Yes, if you have kids, I understand they're also number one too. But if you're not taking care of you, how are you going to take care of them? You got to remember, you got to realize these things. And it was a hard thing for me to understand and to get on board with. And yes, I personally, I've not had kids myself. Unfortunately, with uterine cancer, it kind of took that whole aspect out of my life. However, I have a fiance now, and we are planning to get married, and he's got a son, and we're in the process of trying to adopt his son's little sister. So, I mean, I have that opportunity, and so many things have unfolded in my life that some people may not understand, and that's okay. They don't have to, because it's the decisions that you make for yourself for your life. But they're, like I said, if they love you, they're going to be beside you. So anyway, enough of that soapbox, that whole thing. But so the process with the whole weight loss thing, weight loss surgery and everything, I have, like I said, I think 96 pounds to go to my goal weight that I've chosen for myself. And I'm just going to continue keeping, my food. I use the Berrytastic app to log everything, which is amazing. Even if you've not had the bariatric surgery, that is an awesome app to have. It's free. Why not? A food journal is a huge thing for me, so having an app is so much handier because when I'm on the road, I can do that. I plan for my days. I pack my lunches. If we're going to go somewhere and have something to eat, I share it with my fiance because I don't eat a lot. And I also have that feeling of like wasting food, because generally I can take maybe 4, 5 bites of something if I'm lucky. And then after that, I'm just done. And I've never been a huge fan of leftovers anyway, so it is kind of a waste if I don't share it. Luckily, he likes the same stuff, a lot of the same stuff that I like, so we can share. But anyway, that's a huge thing. Doing the exercises, keeping up on the vitamins, and trying to bust through getting the water that you need and the proteins that you need in a day. And if you can get all of that stuff done and you can take care of that, then you're doing pretty awesome. So anyway, I am almost 5 months out, and like I said, I am not sorry for making that decision. I am extremely excited about it. And it has opened up several different doors for me, different careers, all kinds of things that I can do now. Like I said, the little things that you celebrate, like being able to bend down and actually tie your shoe. It may sound funny to somebody else, but that is a huge thing, just being able to walk upstairs and not feel like you're dying. Walking next to your significant other down a flight of stairs, that was another little celebration a couple of weeks ago. But anyway, just keep positive, use your resources, use the people that are there beside you for your support system. Just do it. I mean, even if you're not going for the surgery, just keep on moving forward and don't give up on yourself. Believe in yourself because you can make things happen. And if you need help with staying positive, inbox me. I'm on Facebook. give me a message, shoot me a message if you need some help, some inspiration, whatever you want. I'm looking into becoming possibly a life coach. I don't know. There's so many different possibilities, and I feel so much better about myself and about being out there and not worrying so much. So anyhow, thank you guys for watching. I will update again, hopefully not within almost 5 months from now, but I will update again, and I just want to thank you guys for subscribing and tuning in. I'm also on a podcast called Don't Make This Weird every Thursday at 8 p.m., and I'm looking into starting my own solo project of speaking with other people that have made many different decisions to start moving forward in their life. So anyway, keep your eyes peeled for that, and we'll talk again.